The honourable member for Huon.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Whenever decisions are difficult to make, we should go back to our communities and engage with them in a meaningful way. Community consultations are key to best practice in evidence-based policy development, so much so that good governance guidelines make particular reference to best practice models for all levels of government. Core to all guidelines is that the decision-making process must be transparent. Good governance implies that good decisions are promoting the interest of the community. Good governance is participatory and inclusive. It is consensus-oriented. I'd like to think that governance should be with the people, not of the people. And that's why appropriate community consultations are so important. However, in my electorate, the most recent government-funded consultation process to upgrade the Jeffreys track from Crabtree in the Huon Valley to Lachlan in the Derwent Valley has created significant angst and concerns. The apparent aim of the consultation was to communicate and seek feedback on the possibility of the development of the Jeffreys track, to understand community and industry opinions, concerns and ideas related to the possibility of development of the track, ascertain potential traffic flows, identify the costs and benefits of potential development. However, as local resident Jenny Campbell-Smith and many others in my electorate pointed out to me, the community was actually presented with a scenario in which decisions already had been made by others. For example, one scenario under consideration was a heavy vehicle industry road option, costed at, wait for it, $276 million. This would, of course, require compulsory land acquisitions. Some residents were already shown maps indicating proposed roadworks on their own private properties. Imagine how residents must have felt when they saw their own properties carved up on a map without any prior communication or consultation on that matter. And it really shouldn't be like this. The history of Jeffreys track is somewhat peculiar. It was named in honour of an apparently wealthy and eccentric Oxford-educated Englishman, Molesworth Jeffrey, who settled near Lachlan shortly after his arrival in Tasmania in 1830. The original track that connects the Derwent Valley to the Huon Valley was built in 1848. Then it was just a 4-foot bridle path using rocks and roughly packed stones. It was used to send livestock from New Norfolk to the Huon Valley markets. Since then, upgrading the track has been a saga of broken promises. Records show that New Norfolk and Huon councils first requested a better road link in the early 20th century. In the 1960s and 1970s, further initiatives were launched to explore a sealed road. In 1984, to make a case for an upgrade, the Honourable Member for Derwent, Charles Batt, and the Honourable Member for Huon, Peter Hodgman, saddled their horses and rode up to the junction of their two electorates on Jeffreys track. Mr. President, those were the good days in politics.
Ready when you are.
That's right. Poor horses. Since then, we've had further reports and even a master's thesis on upgrading the Jeffreys track. It must be the most studied gravel track in Tasmania. And essentially, the outcome of those inquiries and community consultations has been the following. There is no existing circumstances under which an upgrade to Jeffreys track to anything other than a fire trail has a social or economic case. With regards to expensive, perpetual proposals to upgrade the Jeffreys track, may I just be clear, let's stop doing the same thing over and over again. Let's first and for all ensure we have an accessible fire trail. Let's focus on the tangible rather than the promises. It would make sense and is what our communities in the Huon and Derwent Valley expect. After all, as I outlined earlier, governance should be with the people. Mr. President, I'd like to thank Jenny Campbell-Smith for providing me with her submission to the most recent feasibility study. The submission has been written on behalf of the Smith family and other residents in the Crabtree area. It is a thorough analysis on the matter, and I seek leave to table her submission.
The honourable member for Huon seeks leave. The question is leave granted? Those of that opinion say aye. To the contrary, no. I think the ayes have it.